Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Valeria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1, create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2, shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3, bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. Ready and willing. Where am I needed?
At least things have stayed interesting. Don't waste a step.
What's your gripe with Saluna anyway?
Naughty, naughty, naughty little master. You have disobeyed your father's wishes one time too many. For he who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself becomes a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Another will embrace what you have rejected, and that other will be your death. But your father loves you dearly. You may reinherit yourself yet. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your name. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Memories flood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is as you feared. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion. And yet, you know you will never be free of your urge if you don't confront your past. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, it's time for a family reunion. But be wary of your confessors. Will friend turn to foe, knowing what you are?
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
Greetings, old friend. Orin told me you were on your way here, but I scarcely believed it. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate. Welcome home. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Hells, not this again. Ring appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
Pretend I'm a fist.
Calm
and
down,
tell me
dear.
what you were doing
It won't
in that
happen,
house.
I swear.
Well,
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please...
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest Patriarchs, dearest Raven Guard, but a moment. The Blade of Frontiers graces our halls, and he's wearing his devilish best.
My father. He's here.
Crawling back from his bloody disgrace. It's my favorite assassin. Gods, you're a sight for sore eyes. Orin told me she made a fool of you, but I should have known you wouldn't go down that easy. Then she didn't die. The past is lost to you. Let me clear up some mysteries then. We share so much history. You and I initiated this plot. We discussed in depth the failures of our predecessors and how to avoid them. We understood that if we were to unite, no one could stand in the way of the Dead Three. So, unite we did. First, we obtained the crown. Then we enslaved the brain. From there, it was but a small step to the most successful religious hoax ever perpetrated.
It seems so.
In Baal's name, you set your bloody daggers to cause panic in the streets, killing in the Absolute's name. You would have carried out that part of the plan had Orin not ruined your hard work. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god. It was all going so well, until you vanished. Orin informed us that henceforth she would speak for the Temple of Baal, and act on their behalf. But she made a mess of things. Unlike you, she cannot control herself. Have you gone soft? I find that hard to believe. One's true nature always rises to the top. When Ketheric fell, I feared the worst. That our plans would fail like so many before because of discord among ourselves. Now you've returned. We can achieve all of our dreams still. You brought Thorm's Netherstone. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, a bleak prospect. But it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I renew our old partnership. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain. Baal isn't done with you, you must know that. You have effortless talents, killing instinctually like you breathe blood. Stand with Baal, or it will spell your doom. But I can offer some aid for the storm you're about to weather.
You should hear him out.
With Ketheric gone, Orin proves treacherous. She wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. So I turn to you, the former ruler of the cult of Baal. Let's make our pact anew, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
The urge, the deplorably brutal urge, sickens within you. When you level the world over, that dead world must be yours alone. But first you will rule. Then you will ruin.
What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
We would not meddle in each other's affairs. This was our agreement. She came to us as Baal's chosen. We are but servants to our lords. Your presence here means your lord sees a purpose for you yet. I tolerated Orin, but I liked you. Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp. That sounds all too believable.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Feels like I've lost something. I should speak up.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
The hero at heart. No one stopped me yet.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? I couldn't even fathom a guess. Though, I doubt we'll need to wait long for answers. Let's make camp when we're able. Mizora will be waiting. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Can't slow down.
I'm not being paid to like it. If I were you, I'd focus on my own job and make a story.
Seems like a good moment to talk. Seems simple enough. Taste.
This is a for amateurs. That's what I was taught in the grotto. Do you know how badly those things can go wrong?
I'd rather not think of it, Sheriff.
Floric, former advisor to Duke Ravengard, has been found guilty of treacherous and seditious activity against the people of Baldur's Gate.
Some tavern. I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to you.
There's enough there.
Read the
Gazette today yet, mate?
Yeah, this edition looked better than ever.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Very well.
Thank the gods. I should have known you'd make it to the city all right.
But you never know.
I'm shocked by my good fortune, quite honestly. Rent is fair, and the setup is just what I need to start making a living again. Without you, I'd be dead in a ditch twice over. But hey, anything could happen in the meantime. Of course. Wouldn't be alive to hold them if it weren't for you. Looking ahead.
My faith protects me.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow? I've got a long road ahead. If not over, then through.
What's next, I wonder?
Yeah, but I dared you first, so you have to go.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. On my way.
I worship. I'm not trying to pick a fight, Will, but it really seems like
It's the furthest thing from my mind. Besides, not all things cut from the same scorched cloth.
Within the crystal, you see the devil Raphael sipping from a goblet of blood-red
Barely
wine.
distinguishable from the real thing.
He smiles as he catches your eye.
war devil horn.
Can he see you?
Books undersold just how big they are.
A fake devil head. A lot of effort for a piece of window dressing.
A fake devil head.
Only a true diabolist
suppose
would have such
children
an
may
excellent
enjoy it.
Quite a
collection.
journey. The devil of the fugue plane, I believe.
Have I been this way before?
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio is a... Oh, it's you. Your little scroot of a friend left this on my floor the last time you visited. I presume you have returned to re-engage my services? You forgot what we did? I find that hard to believe. But if you speak truth, perhaps I could jog that lazy memory of yours. You seek answers. Lord Mammon seeks coin. I will happily mediate. Make me an offer. The first hit's free, eh? My, you have changed. Fine, just this once. You stand before Mammon's picklock, latchkeeper of the 9 hells. My business is not information, nor hellish curios. Not really. I break people into the hells. That's my thing. I opened a portal for you and Lord Gortash. My word, this is embarrassing. Perhaps I should have explained our terms better. You asked me to jog your memory. Jog I did. Our micropact is complete. Would you like to make another transaction? I thought you'd never ask. Now you've seen what I have. How may I be of further assistance? Now you've seen...
Can't risk being in open view. Pave my path with corpses. Build my castle with bones. No one back home will ever believe this. Walk in death. What's up for discussion?
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Oh. If the child's desperate enough to seek safety in our company, who are we to turn her away?
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
Murder, oppression, conspiracies. This city has its charms, after all. My mother visited during one of her grand tours of the surface world. She claimed the streets were almost as varied and full of danger as those in Duthkleim. Huh. I never believed her until now. Your party is full. Did you think I would not notice? Then let us go.
Your resolve changes with the wind, Oathbreaker. Speak. With each transgression, your burden grows, as does the price of redemption. You may still reclaim your oath, so long as you're willing to pay. Oaths are not to be discarded and reclaimed without cause. Your inconstancy bears a cost. If you believe your oath to be of lesser value, you are under no obligation to reclaim it. It is your decision. Your offering is accepted. Kneel. You swear to deliver righteous retribution, vanquishing your enemies and aiding those who suffer at their hands. The oath of vengeance is once more yours to fulfill.
There can be no respite. On my way. Braun. What's yours is mine. Confiscated.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Still alive. So that's progress.
At your command. Moving out. Something over there. Advancing.
You go in first.
All is ash and meat.
There's a pickpocket operating nearby. You feel the arrow of suspicion pointing your way. Your honesty speaks for itself. It seems you're free to go.
Light on my feet.
Can't bloody believe it. No more puzzles. A travesty. What's he got to say? Be it left. So vicious. Look, Mama, look.
Let me back in, or bring Leroican out here, you tin tube. You tell Leroican I went for his goddamn night song, and now he has to pay up. What are you looking at? Shit, it's you. You went looking for the night song after me. Please tell me you found it. Hope you lost fewer people along the way than I did. Bloody goblins. Leroican should have warned us. Sod it. Enough. Leroican and his precious night song just about ruined my life. If you value yours, I'd steer well clear of this place.
I must admit, some of the items here are quite marvelous.
Baldur's Gate prices, though. Not worth it, if you ask me.
I shall be careful not to ask you then, child.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
You! What are you doing here? This is, my apprenticeship. It has not been what I expected. Master Leroican is, a difficult man. He's consumed by his pursuit of the Night Song. I haven't learnt a thing, and I fear it'll stay that way.
A lucky escape, given Leroican's reputation. He'd have little of value to teach you.
But never mind that. What can I do for you? Huh. I suppose that, at least, I can help with.
In your name.
Hope you found what you're looking for.
Bloods. bile, phlegm, chocolate?
Look, a bookseller. She can point us to the tome I need.
Surge!
Literature department. Can I help you? Psst. These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence. Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Leverokin was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharkiot Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly, Sights of the Seelie, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you? It is said to be written by Lord Karsus himself, the Netherese arcanist who attempted to replace the goddess Mystra, failed, and was banished for the attempt. Great magical knowledge lies within those pages, but not many can withstand it.
That's it. That's what I need.
The Annals of Karsus would no doubt have much to say about the crown's true nature. If only you could read them.
Buy? Books as temperamental as these are not on sale. They are secured in our vault, where none can harm them, nor can they do any harm. Consider yourself lucky to have learned of such a book's existence, and then forget about it. The Annals of Karsus are best left unread. Customers like you are why I prefer the company of books. The only way to gain access to the vault is through my office. And before you ask, no, you are not allowed in there either. You certainly have. Even simple knowledge of these tomes is enough to stimulate most.
For that now, isn't it, dear? You might have a bit of that catnip decoction left, as long as Lord Portash hasn't gotten into it. Find what you're looking for.
No, I did not.
Welcome, dear patron, to the floor at the top of the stairs. If you have information about the Night Song, great riches await. If you are here to waste the great wizard Leroican's time, reconsider. Let your knowledge determine your path forward.
Reporting. I belong in the darkness.
Wretched.
Set foot in a restricted area.
To new horizons.
Ropes will get dirty.
still in control. Just. Should mind my step. One day I'll catch a break. What's that?
Awaiting orders.
Open, damn you.
Can't give up now.
Oh, you've arrived in the nick of time, saintly adventurer. I've been trapped for so long, I dare say I'm half mad. Ho ho! Thank you for sacrificing yourself to save me. Such courage brings a tear to the eye. So modest. Oh, it warms the heart. Now, remember, someone must be in the lamp at all times. Toodles! Oh, freedom's sweet nectar. How I missed you. Oh, my rescuer left behind a servant. I'm terribly sorry for your loss. I'm sure you're at your wit's end without your master. Companion? Oh, I see. Sale of the flesh is an admirable trade. I'm sure you'll find another benefactor. However, should you wish to trade places with your companion, simply touch the lamp. Now, I must be off. I'm a century late for an appointment. A fight? How adorable. Very well, it's been too long since I flexed these glorious magical muscles. Aha!
Swift as my feet can carry me.
these mortals be?
Weapons ready.
Death is but a word away. Oh, yes. I speak, they burn. Swords meet sorcery. Gone with the weave. Never wanted the easy path.
Oh, lovely little pick-me-up.
We have a target. What is it hiding?
What to do? Breathe deep and move. Let's have a look.
Who's next? Do not rush me.
Such a headache. Quite some valuable knowledge hidden between these pages.
Quite ready for you.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Have to keep going.
By my oath, what have we here? A subtle art.
All right. What now? Another step forward.
You need my expertise. I think I have it.
All's well that ends, well, not as bad as it could have. Wonder if the gods are watching me. Maybe I need more pockets.
Your desire.
Let's move.
Salutations.
Best get going. They should all be running. I'll give it a shot.
I am listening. Clumsy tools.
No time to rest.
Looks like a trap there.
Nasty surprise. Caution is warranted here.
Fresh orders. The more elaborate the vault, the more I'm tempted to plunder it.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Looks like a trap there.
Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers. Let's see what this does.
trap there.
Our enemies still draw breath.
Mind never quiet.
I applaud your taste.
Never a dull moment.
What now?
Let's move. Moving ahead.
Close that trap.
If it is for the best. We are a horde of dumb. Proceeding. A trap. Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure.
Very well. Let's see.
As if we are a horde of dumb-footed Duergar. Yes. A trap. Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure. A trap. As if we are a horde of dumb-footed Duergar. A trap. Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure.
Can't give up now. Here we go.
Our enemies are everywhere. A trap. Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure. At your... A trap. Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure.
No one back home will ever believe this. Better not be cursed. Dream in red.
I hope this is important. For your sake.
Still breathing, despite everything. Best be on my way.
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it.
Yes?
The book refuses to open.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
The book, the once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it. As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will, by your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
What path lies before me? Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Here goes nothing. Should mind my step. A book on Netherese.
The Annals of Karsus. The preamble to a civilization's downfall, committed to parchment by the very hand that wrought its destruction. The truth of the crown, I hope. All that stands between us and enlightenment is the turn of a page. This isn't what I expected. This is much more. The crown of Karsus. And this is no mere journal. It contains Carsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood. I haven't the foggiest. No doubt through some nefarious means, the crown's existence had been consigned to legend centuries ago. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Carsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown's setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it. To every end you can imagine, and 1,000 more beyond. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them. Some gods may delude themselves into believing they care about their worshippers, but when it comes down to it, we're all expendable. Children to be appeased, not respected. I worshipped Mistra loyally for years, and in that time she granted me the barest sliver of the power I was ready to wield. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mistra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Carsus's successor. Neither of us can know what truly may be if we don't at least try. Potential is nothing in itself, just a fleeting dream unless we drag it into the waking world. Please, at least think on it. Powerful as he was, Carsus lacks some advantages I can lay claim to. I know Mistra intimately, and I carry a fragment of the weave itself within my body. Carsus achieved many things, but he never managed that. A long road lies ahead before the crown comes into our possession. All I ask for now is that you do not dismiss this possibility out of hand. Please, at least think on it. I see. I suppose I am asking you to take a leap of faith even the most loyal of companions might struggle to land gracefully. Spent so long feeling inferior, shut out from my destiny over such a simple act of youthful enthusiasm. Perhaps I got carried away with the thought this crown could give me back what Mistra took. Cure me, even. You're right. There aren't many wizards who'd care to be mentioned in the same breath as him, or his folly. Thank you for letting me read this. At least we can face our enemy armed with the knowledge of its true nature, and of the stakes, should we fail to defeat it.
A long way from Waterdeep.
Nothing hurts anymore. How much further can I go? Cursed to put my hands on everything.
been a long day. Better stop to rest.
Hold very still, Mitlaw. Crank's aim is much improved, but still leaves something up to chance.
Yes, sir.
All right, Crank. Ready? Aim. We have a visitor. At ease. McClaw, you may go. I see no night song. Surely you wouldn't have entered my tower without the night song in hand? Surely you wouldn't have wasted my time? Fascinating. You've been to Shah's temple, haven't you? To the Shadowfell? Alas, I've paid for a good deal of very privileged information. Now I await the results of the generous contract I've commissioned. Answer now, or see what happens when fools misuse my valuable time. I'm growing tired of this repartee, my friend. Let us cut to the chase. Beautiful, isn't it? Worth more than your life, too. I bought it from a Kalashite warlock. Very little of his soul left to him. It can bind a celestial to the wearer's service with a snap of the fingers. And this can keep her in place. Forever. It didn't work out for poor Kethric, did it? He was a fool. A desperate mercenary who poured out his soul to whichever god flattered him. I serve no god, but that which stares back at me in the mirror. The night song will be put to a grand purpose, equalizing man and god. Whoever helps me attain that which I seek will be greatly rewarded. Of course not. But perhaps, after enough lifetimes, I might make a start of it.
He would seek the power of gods for the pettiest of reasons. His own gratification. At least I seek them for the better of all.
What's that? I didn't quite catch the words, but the insolent tone was clear enough.
Pitying, not insolent. You chase one power without knowing an even greater one lies within my reach. The crown of Karsus. Once we acquire it, your ambitions will be dwarfed. I'll be able to stand against Mystra and wrest her powers from her for the betterment of all.
The crown of Karsus? Nonsense. Even if it still existed, you couldn't possibly handle its power.
Perhaps you could not. But Netherill's power is in my blood. And Mystra? I know her in ways that most mortals can only dream of.
Ah, so it is you. Mystra's discarded lapdog. And now you think your bark is cause to make me tremble?
There is no need for me to bark. My actions will speak for themselves. In time.
Then go. Axe! I'll open a fine vintage in your name once word of your failure reaches me. We shall see, won't we? Do as I say, and you will be rewarded beyond imagination. Fail, and you give up the prize to the next motivated mercenary to encounter my contract. The choice is yours, but make no mistake, I always get what I want.
Free for the taking. Need to find a way forward.
Not a dicky bird, you know. It's really quite disappointing.
I could
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. Tell me, what curiosities have you and your companions discovered within the walls of this esteemed emporium? I trusted he would be sensible enough to exercise caution in this matter and to seek the truth. By now, you are aware of the evil we are up against. Cassos' pestilent crown, the very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade an empire and magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mistra knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last. I see remaining optimistic is my duty, especially when I'm not the one being asked to do the seemingly impossible. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
So all it took to get Mistra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it. Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards. After you.
I should speak up.
Behold! The sacred illuminations of the mysterious ancients. Back off, chap, you're too close. Do you want to lose your eyebrows?
Mother's milk, your visage speaks of ill tidings. Speak, ally mine. What troubles you? Is he indeed? Pray tell, what does he seek from Dame Aelin? Magicians and their machinations. I have had enough for an eternity. I will wring his neck until he's dead. Oh, his end will be one more strand in the great braid of our friendship.
I'm coming with you. I'd like to get a few licks in myself.
My darling, we agreed you'd scout for the nearest Selûnite enclave this very night. Let us divide our efforts. All the sooner to be reunited.
I won't let you go alone. Who knows what this wizard might have planned?
Our closest ally will accompany me, won't you? It will be a swift and fruitful chore. Hie we to this Leroican right away. I am as eager to meet him as he is to ensnare me.
Yes.
I'm ready.
At the ready. I've got a long road ahead. These boots have seen everything. I'll give it a shot.
What have we here? A magician in a tower, hiding away from the frightening world. What are you so scared of, Magus? Not the night song, surely? Why, she's nothing but a relic to be purchased and pursued.
My God. The night song is a person.
At last. There you are, my dear.
You will address me with due deference. I am Dame Aelin. And you are a whelp without honor, without pride, with nothing but a tower full of trinkets.
Oh, my apologies, Dame Aelin. I meant no disrespect. I asked our mutual friend here to make an introduction that I might get to meet the famed daughter of Selûne. Forgive me for that impudence. Perhaps our friend can bridge the gap and do what I believe they came here to do?
My steel-hearted friend speaks true. Give me one good reason, Magus, why I should not strike you down where you stand.
Dame Aelin, I have discovered a device that would allow your immortality to be shared. It would cause you no harm, no pain of any kind. You serve your mother Selûne, I believe. She who has blessed our realm with so many gifts. Honor her by sharing yours.
You dare to threaten me with the same magic that held me in torment for 100 years? You do not seek to share my gifts. You seek to poach them.
I had hoped to appeal to your better nature. Perhaps I overestimated you. No bother. I have an arsenal of implements capable of convincing you to see reason. Pity you didn't prove a more reliable ally. You could have reaped the rewards of my good favor. I'd hoped you to keep an open mind, but it seems you're determined to make this as difficult as possible. Boy, at the ready. Once I've taken control of the Asimar, she must go directly into the caging rooms.
No, Master Lorcan. I would never have assisted you if I knew you planned such horrors. You lied to get the Night Song here. Made us all believe she was nothing but a relic. I have seen what true leadership can accomplish, but never under your tutelage.
Watch your tongue, you child. I could make it such that no wizard in the realm will touch you.
If they're all like you, I think that sounds like an excellent bargain.
Oh, face us, charlatan! We who detest you so!
Myrmidons! Imperatum!
Still on my feet.
Let me strike.
Talk to me. Onward.
Sometimes the only way out is through. Very well.
I thirst for combat.
even catch my breath.
Can't afford to let up.
On your command. Taking up position.
Good move.
Blood comes easy these days.
Leroican. You who would see me caged. You who would purchase my submission with profane gold. Let every wicked magus, every vile murtherer, each slaver and misery merchant see. Dame Aelin is watching. She is indomitable. And when her face lights the shadows of your wrongdoing, you are broken by its beauty.
At the ready.
The Firehead Fool is dead. Yet as I stare upon his corpse, I feel sadness. Why? Perhaps Yet if I could run him through 1,000 times, I wonder. Battle has tired my mind, made me susceptible to flights of fancy. You were excellent in battle, as is your way, and I am proud to fight at your side. And you, tiefling, you did not embarrass yourself. I will catch my breath, then to camp I will bring my bones. Moon Maiden be with you.
The Roaken is dead. The bastard is dead. I am. Now that the bastard's in bits. Leroican was a cruel and vicious man. By day, I'd tend the shop, but at night, he'd fire the most nonsensical questions at me. And for every one I answered wrong, he'd beat me. I could have killed him with my own 2 hands. But I kept thinking it was all a test. It had to be. I thought it was the price I had to pay to become a true wizard. I realize now he was just a sick, sick man. I have, with your considerable help. I see things clearly now. If I wish to master the weave, I must do it myself. Thankfully, I have everything I need, right here. Oh, I like the sound of that. I do indeed. I'll move Cal and Leah in immediately. The Roaken refused to let them stay here. They are gonna love the tower. I wouldn't have this, the tower, my family, without you. What can I do to thank you? I will. I'll be the ruler of Ramazeth's tower they deserve, not some vicious recluse who hides from the world. Myself and this tower are now your allies. When the time comes, we will stand by you however necessary.
What's inside?
What am I to do?
Seek and you shall find me. Shall be done.
Nasty surprise. Caution is warranted here.
Another step forward. Something over there. No traps, please.
directly.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Still in control. Just. Never wanted the easy path.
Lost in thought. Good find.
Looking ahead. Swift as my feet can carry me. Let's see what this does. Moving ahead. Seems simple enough.
Mistra's likeness. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
Well met, Oathsworn. Your faith may not be orthodox, but it's still welcome here. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Your goddess awaits. Hear her out, but remember that you do not owe her obedience, and you certainly do not owe her your life.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm gonna have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. You're right. A heartfelt apology is the surest way to a goddess's heart, and her favor. I pray that she'll be in a forgiving mood. If she weren't the one, I'd be praying too. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
Mystra. I never thought we'd speak again like this. Why am I here?
There is much unsaid between us, but time runs ever short. You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
I didn't want to die. And when I saw the crown, I thought I might not have to, if I only understood its power.
And you believe you have the right to such an understanding? The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
That can't be. It wasn't. It couldn't have been. I only wished to prove myself worthy. I had no idea.
You were already worthy. What you lacked was patience, and it cost you dearly. When the Karsite Weave entered your body, your gifts were the first thing it consumed. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. its worshippers a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
I won't let you down again. When the Absolute is vanquished, I will surrender Karsus's powers to you. You have my word.
Thank you. May the Weave's light guide your purpose, and its wisdom guide your hand. The future of magic rests on your shoulders, Gale of Waterdeep. I promise you, it is a burden you are strong enough to bear.
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time. Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite Weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? But I should have known. What right had I to go about declaring myself an archmage when I was as foolish as a common apprentice in setting such an entity loose? At least now I'm armed with the truth. And Mistra's expectations. Once I bring the crown of Karsus to her, I can put everything right. The orb, too. I'll be myself again. For all that's worth. I'll have to disagree with you there. Having not one but two parasitic entities within your body does very little for one's faith in one's personality. Still, I should take the compliment with the same generosity it was given, so... thank you. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
Divine protectors of Baldur's Gate, hear this humble plea. Shield our people from the depredations of the absolute heretics. Bless them with the strength to endure and the courage to resist. So may it be.
What do we have here?
Had life turned out differently, I might have been leading.
Who shall I silence? Hush. This is beneath me. Next, I take their life.
Don't tell our writers that.
Quick march.
Who will save us from certain destruction?
I have such a headache. Dream in red.
Crime's been committed, and this guard's decided to investigate. Investigate you, to be specific. A case of mistaken identity. You obviously aren't the criminal in question.
Surprise. Caution
Let
is
us send
warranted here.
forth our least favorite, to be sure.
Soft as silk.
A trap! Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure. A trap! Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure.
Best avoid that trap.
Let's not get caught off guard.
Let's see what I can spirit away.
We have Hush. Where do I go from here?
Can't give up.
Take you.
Death can't have me. Not yet.
enemies are everywhere.
All right. What now? At the ready.
The truth is the truth.
The Absolute forces shock everything. Take solace in this produce, and know that we will be protected.
Once broadcast appears to be cultists. What sort of tequila rabble was this?
What do I think of Lord Gortash is still watch? I am so glad you asked me.
And you're out.
Snow.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is. I'll tell you what. The murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
Hold up, citizen.
Stoneman's Parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. Gods. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound, but this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man, Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne, a dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthal. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back. And someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work. God save us all if you're right. But I believe it. Whoever it is, they're intimately familiar with Saravok's work. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reverence to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence. There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oathbound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them? Not from round here, are you? We're in Baldur's Gate. This is just how things work. Thank you. That's all I can ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
Bloodied ring. Guess the killer didn't want jewelry.
It's you! Look at us! We made it to the city! We made it to the Elfsong Tavern!
And you? Never thought I'd live to perform for the greatest audience in the realms. The entirety of Baldur's Gate. Larissa lets me practice up here when she's on shift downstairs. She's too good to me. But you... I have a bone to pick with you, oh brave adventurer. Big trouble. The most trouble you've ever been in. I've decided I'm not going to perform in the elf song. Mainly because only the elf song itself is allowed to perform. I'm going to open up a school of bards. The best in the realms. To usher in a new age of magic and musicianship. And it's because of you that I dare to dream big enough. Thank you. That means a lot. I wanted to tell you first because, well, you inspired me to do it. Here. My very first lute, tuned to perfection. Thought you'd appreciate it when I'm rich and famous. Take care, my friend. Thank you for helping a stumbling bard in a druid's grove find her spark again.
Something over there.
sorore suje, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in Beator.
Notum sit in Beator.
Holy hells.
Sisters.
Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. No contract is ended without sacrifice. A cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel! I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
You damned wretch. Do it then. Claim my soul for Zariel. Keep my father safe.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Seems you've got a new mission, pup. Go save your father. He's locked in a very nasty place. Gortash's secret command center and prison. Lucky for you, I know the way in. I'll mark your map. After all, a deal's a deal. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Nice place you have here, little rabbit. Could use a few more trophies, perhaps. I'll keep this short or my absence will be noted. You need the Orphic Hammer, and I know where you need to look. The House of Hope. Our mutual friend, Raphael's abode. There's a Diabolist named Halsik in the lower city. Find her, and she'll take it from there. So I did. But even I'm not above a change of heart, if it keeps things interesting. I love a good hunt, and the best hunts keep things sporting. Besides, you freed me from the tune. Forget I was ever here, but remember what I said. See you around. Maybe.
Ally mine. We are reunited once more. I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
There are always more bastards behind bastards.
But we will run through them all, each by each.
Enjoy the spoils of your victory. Spin memories of Leroican's death in your mind like silk floss. My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.